What is history? Is it a pile of facts waiting quietly on the shelf for a historian to collect? Or is it something more unsettled, more human, more alive? The British diplomat and political theorist E.H. Carr began his book What is History, published in 1961, by challenging that facts speak for themselves. According to Carr, they speak only when the historian calls on them. So history is not a warehouse of dead information. It is a perennial conversation between the historian and the past, a lot like philosophy. Carr attacked the older 19th century faith in pure objectivity. History is not passive copying, he believed. It is judgment, it is selection, it is argument. It is not about collections, it is about interpretations. Many historians, he said, believed that their task was simply to gather facts and arrange them neatly as if the truth was already complete. But Carr insisted that no historian could escape selectivity. The historian chooses which events matter and which details become historical facts. In that sense, history is never merely found, it is generated. Carr's most powerful idea was that the historian is never outside history. All history is contemporary history, he said, citing his contemporary, the Italian Constituent Assembly member and historian Benedetto Croce. The historian is part of the present, and the present shapes how the past is read. That's why Carr said history is a continuous process of interaction between the historian and their facts, and an unending dialogue between the present and the past. Every generation asks different questions, notices different patterns, and sees different meanings in the same events. The past does not change, its significance does. For Carr, the historian, like every human being, was shaped by society, language, and time. History means interpretation, he wrote. The historian is neither the humble slave nor the tyrannical master of his facts. The real task of history is not to pretend to be above all bias. It is to understand how interpretation works and then to interpret honestly. Carr refused the school textbook idea of history as memorizing of names, dates, and finalized answers. Historians can't stand outside society like a neutral camera. They belong to a time, a class, a language, and a world of inherited assumptions, many of which are continuously disrupted even as they are writing. And that is why one must master the past in order to understand the present, said Carr. By adding this amazingly new aspect of interpretation to historical methodology, Carr proved that he was way ahead of his time, and that is how he moralized history.